Just look at Caitlin, I guess.
Hi, Mrs. Mehta.
Hi.
What is your name again?
Sajay.
Sajay, okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys both from India?
We are.
You guys were born there?
We were.
Okay. When did you guys come to America?
We came here around 8 years ago.
8 years ago?
Yeah.
What do you do for Pride?
I'm currently the president of the Bay Area Action Center for CRY. CRY has about 28 action centers in US, in different cities, in different states of America. So I preside over the Bay Area Action Center.
And just to add, action centers, to put in context, are like chapters that you would hear as an organization. So as she said, there are about 28 action centers, 28 chapters. And what I do is I'm the volunteer representative, the national volunteer leader chosen by the team up here in the entire volunteer base, and I'm representing them on the board of CRY America.
So we started by starting the Connecticut Action Center for CRY. Established it for around 2 years, after which both of us went to business school at Cornell. So we had to leave Connecticut in the hands of very able other volunteers. When we went to Cornell, Sujay started the National Executive Committee for CRY, and I joined the committee and led the national walk across all the action centers that year, and Sujay established the ExecCom for the organization.
Yeah, the idea was to really bring in a lot of these things at the national level, because a lot of these chapters were doing a lot of good work, but we wanted to cross-pollinate ideas, and a lot of these events that are happening and are successful in one chapter could easily be replicated in others. So the idea of building this horizontal function within the entire organization was to really bring in all these small elements that are happening across, and like bring it together so that the rest of the chapters could actually leverage and learn from that.
A lot of action centers were organizing really good fundraising events. Like some action centers were really successful in their walks, while others were not. So we wanted each other, like action centers, to learn from each other and correspond, as Sujay mentioned.
Can you explain Pride in just a few words? Like, what is it?
Sure.
Like how it originated, where it's from, how it moved to an international organization?
Sure. So CRY is a non-profit, 501c3 non-profit organization that works towards restoring basic rights to underprivileged children. CRY was founded by a person named Ripon Kapoor in 1979. He, as many of us, was really bothered by the kind of discrepancy there is between privileged and underprivileged children, between children of different castes, different religion, different parts of the world. And he wanted a just world where children have a right to survival, to development, to participation, which is why he started this organization, in order to ensure that there was a medium through which people who could establish this kind of change were able to do it. So in his own words, he would say, if you can do, you must do. And that's what he encourages people to do. So we basically work towards enabling people and motivating them to give back to the community and help these children who are not who do not have certain rights and privileges that we have to achieve their goals and their dreams. So that's the whole idea behind CRY. It started in India, as I said, in 1979, and it came to US. Like CRY America was founded in 2002 with the intention of spreading awareness about the plight of underprivileged children to people who were here, people of Asian origin, to make them understand what was going on in those parts of the world. And while a lot of funds raised are sent back to support projects in India, we do disperse a good amount of money to projects that are related in their cause and in their beliefs. to cry. So we support the Boys and Girls Club of America. There's an organization called Children's Rights Inc. So there are 4 or 5 projects that we support even here in the US. So the whole idea is to form this whole just world where and not just in India, it's just that we started in India and our expertise lies there, so that's why we are focused on India. But through these international sister concerns, whether it's in US and we have a new one forming in UK, slowly we want to build that whole international collaboration, so to speak. That's our plan.